Welcome to the Rhythm Skydiving Instructional Series. I'm your coach, Steve Lefkowitz. In this video, we'll talk about the skydive Star 360 Star. Two skydivers start out in a two-way star. Then, one skydiver remains still, also called laying base, while the other skydiver turns a right 360 and retakes the star grip. The same skydiver then makes a left 360 and takes the star grip again. Next, the skydivers switch roles. Focus on remaining smooth throughout your movements. Think start, coast, then stop. Notice how Christy watches her reference point through about a third of her turn. Then her head switch is easy as she continues with the next third of her turn. Finally, she can see her reference point again in the last third of her turn. When your head turns from looking over one shoulder to looking over the other shoulder, we call that a head switch. The whole time, she is keeping her spine straight and balanced. She never strains to see. Her head switch is gentle and smooth, in sync with her body. Christy clearly makes a side body picture, then a cat picture, then the other side body picture as she progresses through her 360. Walking the dive. Whether we are using a mock-up or not, we walk the jump starting from the exit count. Walk at a pace that feels slow, allowing you to give enough time to focus on the skills you're working on as you move. You should walk the dive until you have it straight in your head, including the exit count and any transitions from the exit to the first point. Creeping the dive. We creep the dive starting from the exit count. When creeping your 360s, stay smooth while turning slowly enough to see the correct pictures at each 90-degree interval. Correct practice on the creepers will translate to proper execution in the sky. In fact, the momentum, the balance, and the head switches should feel very similar. Stop in position before picking up each grip. See yourself close and parallel with your partner. Think about what it will take to do that. Arching, leg pressure, and the discipline to only reach for the grip once you and your partner are both in position. While it may seem easy to lay base, that person also has a challenging role to play, which is to remain in place in the sky. He actively ensures that he doesn't back away or change levels on his partner by keeping positive leg pressure and a good arch. The two-way star exit consists of a diver and a floater. The floater stands with his right heel just in the center of the door. His weight is on the ball of his foot, with pressure leaning slightly forward into the wind. His left leg is strong and out in the wind. The floater faces 45 degrees into the plane. The floater's chest and hips are already open to the relative wind as he stands in the door. His left hand is on the bar in front of his right hand, forward of his right foot. The diver stands in the door with his left foot forward and his right foot back. His left foot is on the edge of the door, just behind the floater's right foot. In the front to back direction of the airplane, the diver's right foot is in line with his left foot. His stance is about 45 degrees, facing out toward the rear of the plane. His stance should be parallel with the floater. The diver takes grips on the arms of the floater, reaching around the outsides of the floater's biceps. When the floater is ready and there's stillness from the diver, he begins his count. The count is slow and deliberate enough to allow the diver to exit in sync with the floater. The floater indicates the exit with a swing of his leg. Out, in, out. On the in, he is loading up on his right leg like a spring. On the out, the floater pushes off the plane, jumping away with his body at about 45 degrees, parallel with his partner. Off the door, the floater should maintain strong left side presentation, working hard to keep his left shoulder and arm and left hip open and presented to the relative wind. The diver gets into position and remains still, communicating to his partner his readiness for the count. As the count comes, he may rock slightly with the floater to help him stay in sync. On in, his weight transfers to his right foot. On the last out, he pushes off his right foot, diving head first at about 45 degrees back and downward out the door. The diver maintains a bit of positive pressure on the floater out the door. His timing is with his partner, rather than leaving just after or before his partner. As he leaves the plane, the diver immediately works to keep his right side up and presented to the relative wind. It might help to exaggerate lifting the right arm out the door. The diver arches hard as he exits, maintaining good leg pressure. He keeps his chin high and his eyes on his partner. He should work hard to remain parallel with his partner out the door. Let's review the dive one more time. Visualize your climb out, exactly where your hands and feet are, and where you are looking. Feel the count, and see yourself leaving the door, feeling the relative wind pushing against you and flying on the hill. We've talked a lot about turning perfect 360s in this video, and it's definitely possible to overthink this move. In the end, you do your best turns if you keep it simple. Just focus on remaining smooth and balanced while looking long enough to make the 90-degree pictures happen. And for the person laying base, just stay close. Picture yourself performing the dive perfectly. See yourself smiling and relaxed as you fly, doing your best and having fun while you do. You're now ready for your skydive. Thank you for watching the Rhythm Skydiving Instructional Series. For more videos like this, please visit www.rhythmskydiving.com/videos. Have a great jump.